been there for 16 years. I worked for the state first. And I wasn't even supposed to be at the constable's office that long. I just went because I was a single mother. I got pregnant at an early age, 17 years old. And I went there because the hours worked for me, being a single mom while I was in training, school, and work. But then once I got there, I saw how much the constable's office, I was able to be in the community, hands-on more. It was more community action. And then, you know how my grandma used to always tell me, keep living. So seeing different things, being involved, I say I want to be a part of change. When I decided to run for office, I also wanted to inspire other people because my thought was you always had to have a lot of money. You had to come from prominent neighborhoods and have this certain image to run for office. Good people don't run for office because they're afraid of their personal experiences getting out in the public, or you know. So I want to inspire other people like me. You don't need a lot of money. You just need a drive. Be genuine about your intent, and you can run. You can do it. Yeah, my hair is actually my signature. So I want to inspire other Black and brown girls, you know, just to always be yourself. You don't have to look a certain way that the world always tells you to. Yeah.
Well, that's important. I mean, I don't think you don't see that enough.
At all.
Yeah. I mean, even when I was young, all I saw was guys that looked like me just played sports or in the entertainment business. Yeah. So, question for you: what do you, with everything going on, what's your thoughts? I'm just curious to know. I have yet to speak to a cop about it. I'm more curious about their opinion and what they're seeing, especially with your experience and you being in the day-to-day. I just think it's important that you share.
Being an African American woman,
Yeah, what is that like?
16 years under your belt. I'm sure you've seen, like some stuff that you're like, oh man.
Yeah, so before the end of the day, for almost anything, I'm Black, period.
Yeah.
And believe it or not, wearing this uniform doesn't give us any more privilege than that. I've seen things when I'm outside of uniform that you just be like, whoa, like really, this is what y'all do? I've had to report on officers, believe it or not. I filed before, and I had to file a complaint. Then I watched some officers do something to an individual, and I had to contact the sheriff in the county and let them know, hey, we all do the same job. What I witnessed today was unacceptable. It is hard. It is hard because people see cops now. They don't care what uniform, and we're like, we don't do the same things like APD. We do the same things as far as criminal law, but our jurisdictions are different. Constables, we don't take 911 calls. We don't have as much as the stress and busy calls and incidents like the sheriff's department and the police department. But people don't care about that. All they see is a uniform. And so you have to people are trying to decipher if they're going to like you or not. Most people don't like cops. I've been able to survive 16 years is because where I'm at, the areas that I work in, I've been there and done that. I've been in a lot of situations these people have been in. A lot of people, when I ran for office, my son is a convicted felon. He suffered from substance abuse, and that was going to probably try to be used against me, but I didn't allow it because I told my story. You're not going to tell my story better than me. So I had put that out there. That's one of the reasons I fight for the dismantling the school to prison pipeline. I watched my son and other kids go through that, being put into the system. They get put in the system at an early age. So I've been dealing with a lot of youth. I deal with youth a lot. I spend more time probably in schools than I do anything else on this job. Yeah. And
I respect that. That's big. I think that's a lot of the outrage because there's a lack of accountability on from the outside looking in on the law enforcement side. So, without that acknowledgement of explaining something that's wrong, no one's listening after that. Everybody wants to, you got the first step to solving anything is just really acknowledging that there is a problem. And based on what I've seen, I don't know everything, but based on what I've seen, there just seems there's a lack of acknowledgement and accountability, which results to an outrage of a particular body of people. So I'm just wondering, I know how to encounter police when I come across a situation that I'm either in purposely or, by accident. But it's really not about me. It's really about how can you, myself, and everyone involved create a better tomorrow for our kids, so they don't see these police officers in a negative light. So what advice would you give for me, for anyone that I can share with other people that come across any situations when dealing with the law due to recent circumstances? You know, I think there's a lack of education on the youth side to how to encounter a police officer. So hence why Ollie's doing what he's doing. But you know, I just want to go straight to the source and ask you what are your thoughts? What can we do, or any advice that I can share with kids I come across?
Yeah, I would recommend kids when they come across law enforcement for whatever reason, let the law enforcement officer present themselves, tell you why they're doing whatever business is they want to deal with you. I would say cooperate. Don't try to have court at that moment. Go back and some people are going to tell you, well, they don't have the right to do this, but trying to have court in wherever, if you're on the side of the road, if you're in the school building, whatever, that's not going to be the time. I would say do what the officer says at that point, but make sure you get as much information you can from the officer, and have your parents or you file a complaint afterwards if you don't feel like if you feel like you was mistreated or done unfairly. Because usually trying to fight, retaliate, resist arrest, that is never going to end up, you're still probably going to end up getting arrested or whatever. It's just going to, more charges. It's just going to, the situation's not going to go away. It's just going to prolong the situation at that moment. A lot of times, just let them, do what they're going to do. If they're going to handcuff you, let them, handcuff you. Your parents will deal with it, at a later time. Don't try to take matters in your hand at that moment, That's what I would suggest.
I'll bring you tissue.
What's up, everybody? What's going on?
It's uncomfortable to be raped. It sucks. But if you work hard, you'll reap the benefits. If you work hard, you'll reap the benefits of the fruit of your labor. Just laugh.
I want you guys to, like Coach said, just interact with us. Don't be afraid. Get uncomfortable and talk to us. Don't be afraid. We're gonna reach out to you, no matter what. Okay? So just relax. Talk to us. Don't be. You'll be fine. Okay? Be fine.